I shouldn't be able to kick higher than anyone at home. Do your warm-ups still look like this? 5 minutes on the Stairmaster, static quad stretch. Then you need to start following this warm-up like a pro series. Today we're warming up the exact same way and follow along like I would to prep for my deadlift day. Ooh, yeah. Everyone get a mat, get down on your butts, and I'll continue the talking down there. Let's go. Okay, we're down on the mat. We're gonna start in the goalie stretch. Sometimes it's called the butterfly stretch or the groin stretch. I prefer shoes on so I can grip my toes, and I'm gonna be sliding back and forth, compressing into the hips, and then drifting, dropping hips onto my arms. Now remember, you guys keep going. We're gonna do 6 to 8 reps of everything. We are not gonna do foam rolling to start. If you have a foam roller, you wanna hit the foam roller first. I'm gonna do a whole series from head to toe on how to use a foam roller, but today you're rolling calves, hamstrings, glutes, low back, and upper back. We're doing the whole posterior chain. And again, prepping for huge deadlifts isn't the goal. The deadlift is the Hinge family, and that's everything posterior side. That's a massive functional daily pattern movement. That's picking up anything. So warming up for this Hinge family deadlift pattern is super important. Okay, you're probably 2 or 3 reps ahead of me. This workout goes warm-up goes pretty quick. Okay, from there I'm just gonna spin my mat. We switch to our favorite cat-cow. Okay, hands and knees, flexion, extension, flexion, extension, nice and slow. Okay, extension, flexion. Sometimes we'll cat-cows, I call them moo meows, if you want to make everyone giggle in class. Okay, and the deadlift is bilateral. That's fully squared off facing one direction, all limbs working at once. So we really don't have to warm up rotation for this warm up, but I like to right now sneak in the T-spine rotation. So fingertip on temple, and we're working elbow to elbow, eventually getting that top elbow to face 12 o'clock into the air. You're gonna be tight, and you'll notice through all the reps, you're gonna gradually loosen off and loosen off until you get that full range. If not, you got to keep doing extra reps until you get there. Okay, we're on a mat. The other things you're going to need today is just one heavy implement. Okay, so single dumbbell, kettlebell, double kettlebell, or your barbells. You're going to need some load to start grooving that pattern and working the hinge when we stand up. Okay, that's good. Now we're going to do bird dogs, but aggressive bird dogs. Okay, so in physiotherapy, you might be working nice and light extensions. We want to flex and squeeze elbow into knee like we do in the core crunch. Squeeze and then punch and kick through the air and see if you can get some muscle burn building on this movement. Yeah, we're going 6 per side. 4. See, I'm kicking my heel, no toe point, no soft knees. Last one. Switch side, squeeze, punch, kick with the heel. Squeeze, boom. If you're not out of breath and a little bit sweaty after warm up, you're not warmed up at all. One more. Boom, nice, clean, boom, clean lines. Okay, next I'm gonna spin the mic, glute bridge reach. Okay, get the glutes in the game, on our backs, walk the heels in tight, arms to your side, 2 invisible pylons. Targets are way off above your shoulders. We're pushing up into glute bridge, rolling and reaching for target. Land back down, reach for target. So every rep, the opposite leg pushes you away from the ground. If you guys have ever done Turkish get-ups, boom, that's the first, boom, strength motion you do. Push from the heel and get that body up and rotating. One more each side, boom, and touch. Okay, keeping it simple, that's it. That's all for floor. We're heading up. I'm gonna adjust the camera, get up to your feet, grab the implement, keep it close. We're doing some body weight passes to start. Okay, now we're gonna do 4 things standing. If you have a long track or a hallway to work with, I like to do this in motion. We'll test the autofocus. I'll go one way and then I'm just gonna work static. You can go stationary or in motion. So first thing we're gonna do is the hamstring floss side profile. I always say you're sweeping high meadow grass as you warm up. You can get down and get the golf green, but you gotta go toe pull, back weight on the heel. Okay, so I'm coming at you. Boom, this can be probably double the 6 reps, so we'll go for 12 each. I'm walking, start stiff. How's this autofocus going? Following, nice. Oh, I'm gonna give you guys a shot of my butt. I'll just go back to here. I'll stay stationary, you guys walk it out, okay? So I'm on 5, 6, 6. And I know you've all seen that meme. If you have the attitude, I forget your name in the comments, but it's I only deadlift to warm up. I just start grabbing the bar and go. If you have that attitude, you eventually, guarantee you, will hurt yourself by skipping a warm up. So you gotta all keep the mentality. You gotta be warm to perform. Next move we're gonna do is just wide stance. Okay, you can take a step after this wide stance, double pulse, high reach, backwards, arc. If you watch me from the side, hip hinge, I'm getting my hips to drift back behind me. Double, tap, up, backward, circle. If you want to walk it out, double, tap, take a step as you do the backward circle, and repeat, and you work yourself down a track. Sorry, the meme was the Turkish Olympic shooter versus the Chinese guy wrapped in like 17 balance implements and aiming implements versus the Turkish guy, cigarette, one hand out, boom. You know, you got the two attitudes for warm up. Before exercise, the one will always come back to bite you. It doesn't matter what age you are, there is a time in your life it's gonna smoke you and you're gonna go, frick, never not skipping warm up again. We've done 6 to 8 to 12 of those doubles. Now we're gonna do stiff leg high kick. So if you're super stiff, give your feet a target with your hands nice and low. Opposite goes to opposite. Okay, if you're more warmed up, I eventually like to kick right up past my head. And again, being 6'4", should be a tall, tight guy. I shouldn't be able to kick higher than anyone at home. So don't make yourself look bad, work on that mobility. Oh yeah, and again, you can walk this out. We can march every step. You get the point. 3 more per side. Okay, last one. RDLs, stiff leg Romanian deadlifts, are in the hip hinge family, the deadlift family. So you can hold on to something, working single leg. Boom, claiming position, back up, single leg hinge, single leg RDL, body weight, okay? Grab onto something if you need that balance, but your nose and heel move together as one piece, back up. Boom, back up. If you really want to challenge yourself, your foot doesn't even touch the ground. Goal is to get the bottom hamstring burning and pulling. Yeah. And if you're weak, I call it the weather vane effect. You'll notice it, you'll do this and start to whoa, whoa, and drift off axis. Try to keep it clean. Next leg. Yeah. Strong heel. Again, no soft knees, no flimsy ankles or toe points. Strong, boom, strong line. Claim the position, claim it. Yeah. And this is actually the end of the mobility. Okay, and then we get into stability priming, and we're gonna need that heavy implement. 2 more of these. 1, 2. Third thing you might need as a bonus, I'm never gonna stop pushing that product. Get your freaking green power bands. If you have one of these, you can loop it on an upright, get into it, wear it like a seatbelt, and you can add 50 extra pounds of resistance on this hip hinge that we're gonna do with just the implement you have at home. Okay, also a reminder, I have those 50 free follow along workouts. We do hinge, deadlift, every other workout, squat pattern, every other workout of that. The hinge, remember, hips move backwards in the hinge. On a squat, they don't move at all. You stay on top of the body. So I get everyone to put your butt up against the wall, take 1 step forward, and you should hinge far enough back, you can easily get your bum to touch target. If you're squatting, you're never gonna get there. If you're deadlifting improperly, the butt doesn't hit that target and it's no good. So you're either body weight, practicing that drill, or picking up the implement on my in-frame, check, and we're doing the same thing. So I'm not gonna squat to get this, I'm gonna hinge to get it. Hinge and up, hinge and up, and I'm gonna throw on screen the banded version of this because I think it's way more efficient and effective to get your buns smoked before we get going. And this with a barbell like I would eventually get to, or a trap bar would be just the trap bar empty or 1 plate per side. Okay, warm to perform. I'm feeling my forehead heat up just a little bit. We're in the Canadian winter right now and I'm in the garage, and so it's not that freaking warm out here. That's why I always have rosy cheeks when you see me shooting video, because I've probably just come off a baby or a dog walk in the elements. Okay, 2 more. Boom. Ooh, excellent. Obviously, I'm not cueing too much form, but back stays dead straight. You want to look like a programmed robot doing the movement, no deviations whatsoever. That is the quickest way I warm up for my deadlifts. You just warmed up like a pro. Comment below with suggestions on further videos, ideas you'd like to see me do. I already wrote down from the comments, we're going to do 2 full body sequences. The bench day, row day, conditioning days are coming, and I'm going to do that full body foam roller, full body lacrosse ball, heal your body, heal yourself. Skip the deep tissue masseuse. You can do it all at home with just those 2 implements. That is me for out. Class dismissed.